Hi, this is Thomas with Believe in the Run.
This is Robbe with Believe in the Run.
And this is Megan with Believe in the Run.
And we're all in the studio together.
Yay.
This is the best.
Oh, yeah.
It's so much easier.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a lag otherwise.
We even have Ralphie down here. You can't see him, but he's cuddled up on a chair. Like, for some reason, the floor's not good enough for him.
That's not a human, by the way. That's a dog.
Dude, what's on your head? Is that it? Do you have a do-rag and a hat?
I think that's what it is. Yeah. It's a Legionnaire 2.0 hat. The second... I'm now in the... making it my goal to test every Legionnaire in the world.
I really feel like you should grow back a mullet.
I'm so upset that it's working, too, that you're making this happen.
Yeah. I have to say I'm proud of Robbie. I did see somebody wearing one that looked really cool.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
I did. I saw,
Was it Megan?
Yeah, it was definitely Megan.
I did put one on. It looks ridiculous.
And that picture got deleted right after I sent it to you. So you are the only one with the actual photos.
I hope you already deleted it, too.
Brandon, I'll send it to you to put up on the podcast.
Yes.
So this is the soar running Legionnaire
And
cap.
what I would say off
I think
the bat...
they call it the Sahara cap.
What do you notice about that one off the bat versus...
This is more lightweight than the Fractal one. The Fractal one has better coverage overall, but this is more like in the in-between realm. Yeah. Like it's probably better for this kind of climate, the humidity and stuff.
Yeah, I think that the heat that we're seeing right now in Baltimore with the humidity, man, the Fractal kind of gets like a tent that you're going to feel that heat in the hot tent. You ever go in a tent in the summer?
Well, remember back in the 80s when it was the canvas tents, those thick.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they're just ovens.
Yeah. They're just cooking kids.
Yeah. What's for dinner? I'm liking the Legionnaire, still in on it. We have a lot to talk about this podcast, though.
We do.
A lot of running stuff, a lot of life stuff.
Yeah.
Or, I just said that. I don't know if there's a lot of life stuff.
I think it is all related.
Yeah. Running is life.
Yeah.
Part of it.
You sound like that guy from Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
Oh.
Soccer is
Football
life.
is life.
Football. Sorry.
Yeah.
Whoops.
You should make a sticker for the back of a car for that. It'd probably be a millionaire by 2024.
You probably would. Oh, jeez. I do want to make a T-shirt that says "Running is bad for your knees."
That would be cool.
That's not cool.
It would be cool. All these people that say it's bad for your
Yeah.
knees, you could just have it already on your shirt. Like, yeah. Just wear
Or
it to your family reunions.
I don't even like to drive that far.
Yeah.
Another good one.
Yeah.
Although every time I see a Life is Good sticker or store, I don't understand. I don't understand how it became so big.
I get it. Like, if you're not doing anything with your life,
Uh-huh.
and someone gives you a positive message,
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, that makes me feel good.
I
You're like, I want to make other people
probably shouldn't
feel
say if you're not doing anything with your life.
Why is that?
You could still be doing something with your life and just be a very positive person.
No, what I mean, like, if you don't have a hobby, because otherwise you put your hobby on your sticker on your car.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if you play golf, you'd have a golf sticker. If you
Put a 26.2 sticker.
right, but you don't have anything, you're like, life is good.
Did you?
See, I think the
don't
stickers are the problem in themselves. If you're putting a 26.2 on your car.
I agree with you.
Oh man, we're getting into some dirty business here.
Okay.
Did you ever
know
have
how many people in our audience probably
I
have
know.
literally
I'm-
stickers on their car?
I offend everyone. It's fine.
I had when I did my first half, I had a 13.1 sticker on my car.
Wow.
Yes,
Okay.
I love parking behind people
But-
like you and being like 13.1.
But my wife bought it for me for finishing my first half, so it was like I definitely had to.
yeah,
There was
because
no
otherwise
question
she'd be
about
like, "Why aren't you putting your sticker on the
Yeah.
car?"
Yeah.
How long did it last?
Till the car died, probably.
Yeah, basically until the car died.
Wow.
Was that the gold car? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was the one that
So
Rob helped me Sawzall the license plate off of.
Oh yeah, yeah. Rob James, who also will come up later.
Oh
in
yeah,
this.
he's getting two appearances.
Yeah. Okay. Let's actually weigh in on the sticker thing. Are you pro or anti sticker on cars?
Well, I would say traditionally I'm a sticker guy for sure. I used to have a ton of stickers on my cars growing up, like my Volkswagens, band stickers, life stickers, whatever.
Like, let people know this is what I feel about stuff.
And I'm not even totally against it now. I'm more just lazy, where it's almost I don't feel like figuring it out.
I can tell you.
So you should feel honored because there's a Believe in the Run sticker on my car.
That's pretty rad.
Yeah.
There's also, that's the only thing that we have on our car. Megan is like my tattoos.
Yeah, I already know.
You already know where we're going with this one. She's
Have you-
anti.
Meg, have you ever had a sticker on your car of any kind? That doesn't include an inspection sticker.
On one of my own cars? No. Like growing up,
You never
my
put a
parents
beach
put
sticker?
their like high school,
Yeah.
like the Loyola L, whatever.
You never put like a beach sticker on your car when you're in Charleston? Like you had a Jeep, you didn't throw on like
Nope.
You had a Jeep and you didn't put a sticker on?
Not one sticker.
Wow. Must be the only Jeep.
It's what? Stop putting stickers on cars.
You didn't put the one that's like flip me over if I'm upside down or whatever.
No, that one was
I
ridiculous.
also like on Jeeps when people buy custom tire covers.
Yeah.
Because you're like,
That's-
okay.
People put the Life is Good tire cover on.
Yeah,
It's like a double whammy.
Yeah, it's a double whammy.
Jeep life.
Do you wave to people? Did you wave to people?
Oh yeah,
Is that almost expected?
yeah,
You get run off the road if you don't wave.
You lose your Jeep.
They have
yeah.
cameras.
Plus, I mean,
Someone made
what's the point of
two
getting a
plastic
Jeep if you don't
fingers.
wave?
Someone made 2 plastic fingers that you just put to your steering wheel so you don't have to do it.
That's actually pretty smart.
You would get upset if you would wave and you didn't get it back, and you'd be like, how do you own that car and you don't know what you're supposed to do with it?
That's gonna be weird when there's automated Jeeps and just blind drivers and they're not waving to anybody.
Oh, no, they'll have a artificial intelligence wave.
Oh, you're probably right. Just in the windshield, it'll be like a hologram waving
Or
to you.
like you'll get like your phone as you go by, it'll go bing. Hey.
Also, my Jeep was a manual, so I was like very, aware.
That's so awesome, dude. We need to bring back the manual transmission.
Here
to confuse people.
Here was the problem though, is when we would go to parties.
You're the
Not
only
that
one who can drive.
not that I ever
Right.
drank in high school,
Yeah.
but if I did, and I drove like that was it. No one else knew how to drive a stick shift,
Oh yeah,
so I was the automatic DD,
Yeah.
that is unfortunate.
which is not ideal.
That was one of my favorite things. I had a 2-seater in college at one point, and so I could never drive anywhere because everybody would be like,
yeah.
I'm like, dude, sorry, I can only take one person.
What car did you have that was a 2-seater?
It was a Miata.
Gosh, that thing could flip over just hitting a
No, that didn't
pebble.
flip over, but it had rear wheel drive. In the winter, I spun that thing out so many times.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, one time.
I guess they don't flip over. The trackers are the ones that always flip over.
Yeah, one time I was closing the door on it, and it was on like an icy parking lot, and I closed the door. It was so light, it just started sliding away, and I ended up hitting a curb and busting like a tie rod or something. And I had to spend like $1,200 just from closing the door.
Oh yeah,
I was out of the car.
That's not a car you drive in a place that has winter ever. But so, all about running.
Yeah.
All about
You
running.
can see it.
I guess we should go back to, because I never actually got to talk about our trip to the research lab because we recorded before I went.
Let's
So we
hear
should
it.
just talk a little bit about that.
I would love to. Robbie and I had a different experience there than it sounds like you did.
Really? Well, you guys didn't
we
get
were
cool
on-
lockers like we did.
Yeah.
We
what
did
was that
not.
all about?
And we were on the treadmill for what, 5 minutes? 10 minutes?
Yeah, I think it was one of those things where they're just. It's kind of like when you let a kid wants to play a game, and you're like, yeah, you can take a shot, and then you're just like, yeah, you won, keep going.
Yeah.
It was like one of those things. I think that's how they treated us.
That's nice.
But
Yeah.
then the ladies go up, and it's
Well,
professional athletes. Basically.
you got the elite here.
I mean, we felt like pros. Like, we walk in there and we each have our own personalized locker. Names on the top, right next to Sydney McLaughlin.
When you say
Oh
you
my
walk in there,
gosh.
one of my favorite things is Meg put a blooper reel together
I did see that.
of some of her time there. And she goes to open the door.
It was locked. We had already been inside, so I just
Let's take
assumed
a
it was
look.
unlocked. That was fun. Yeah, also, Megan Featherston was supposed to be there with us, and she ended up having a nightmare of, 24 to 48 hours where
That's what you get.
her flight was canceled. Then she got on a flight that had a connecting stop in Philadelphia. So she got to Philadelphia, and then they waited until 1 a.m. to tell her flight was canceled to Boston. And then the car rental place didn't open until 5 a.m. So she stayed up, waited
how
in
far was
line,
the drive?
and then drove 7 hours back home
7 hours.
And the driving across the Pennsylvania
Ohio.
Turnpike is not cool.
No, they don't like maintenance there.
They don't like meat.
Maintenance.
Oh, maintenance. Yeah. they do like it. They do it forever.
Oh, okay. But like when we did that trip with Trofe.
yeah.
Jordan Trofe. When we did the trip with Jordan Trofe and the airport closed and then we had to drive and
Yeah.
we did it. Like this would have been crazy because Boston was pretty much shut down, and I don't think anything was really wrong. They said thunderstorms, but
There's some crazy weather up and down the East Coast. I think it was just a domino effect.
Do you think there's any chance she lives in maybe an alternate reality where she's just living in a different no pun intended, a plane of existence where her flight problems happen more often to her?
Yeah. She always has the worst luck with flights, which is making me really nervous for our tour.
Because that happened to train to New York City Marathon last year, right?
Yeah. Or she was just late. It wasn't like that dramatic.
yeah, but it's always something.
But it was kind of because for a while, didn't she have to fly into a different airport and then like take a 45
You might be
minute
right.
taxi
You
or
might
something?
be right. Yeah.
That is
Anyways.
your bad luck.
Yeah. So I don't know if you should take that nutrition advice. If you want to get to your flight,
If you're flying anywhere.
no.
So anyway, it ended up being Jess Movald, Emily Heller, myself, and then Laura Green was there to help us capture content, which was very fun.
Is she running New York City?
She's not.
Oh, okay.
No.
Gotcha.
She's
But-
not even part of the team. She's just helping out with
Yeah.
video editing.
that's cool.
She was just filming and video editing for us, which, we should have that recap of the whole trip out in the next week or two. But yeah, so we did a bunch of VO2 testing. We basically compared the SC Trainer V2 to the
1080.
1080 V12.
Okay.
And they haven't given us results yet, but I can tell you from being on the treadmill, the SC Trainer is way better, way more efficient than the 1080 V12.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
It was like putting on a dead shoe after a lively one and then running on that treadmill with a face mask on.
Yeah.
Which was less.
And they had a different face mask.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I had like it's nice. It was just like
Telling you, man.
tube in your mouth.
They said, I think they were telling us that one made you drool or something.
It does.
Yeah.
They had a spit.
So they have like an updated one now.
Oh,
but
great.
it's still scary because it's like over your whole mouth. And at first you feel like you can't really breathe. And then they're making you run. And it's like,
Yeah.
you
That
panic.
was weird.
And then you have to tell someone you're their father.
Yeah. You have to. Or
I
do
would.
the,
There's- how many times do you think they hear that once a mask is on?
or a Bane,
No.
a Bane thing.
Yeah. I was born in the darkness.
Yeah.
It was also crazy because the treadmill had two bands, like two.
That is weird too, because ours didn't. Ours had one band.
And you could only be on one during the testing.
Oh, wow.
And you can't look down because you have this giant mask on your face. So they're like, just run in a straight line and don't veer at
Meg,
all to the
didn't-
left or right.
Didn't they tell you were one of the best at it?
They did. I got good balance.
Of course.
But it was scary because it was very easy to just, you start veering one way and then.
I think what they should do is have one belt going one way and one belt going the other way. So if you accidentally step on it, it just flies you
yeah.
off.
Yeah, that's not a
Splitsville.
safety problem at all.
No, but you could wear a harness or something.
But
Yeah.
you could win, you could pay for your medical bills with America's Funniest Video grand prize
Yeah.
if you send that
You
in.
definitely
True.
could.
So think about that.
True.
So anything else
And they-
happened after the testing?
They had like 30 cameras in there to see you'd get
I
every
know.
angle.
You're right. You could put together something real good with that.
Sorry.
That would be good. We should go in next time and like bring something that like a whole bag of nuts or something. And drop it on the treadmill.
Like marbles or something?
Yeah, or-
like a Home Alone thing?
Yeah, and do that. You know,
Yeah.
like totally have fun.
You mean like peanuts or nuts and bolts?
nuts and bolts?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes more sense. Okay. Thought we were going to like, feed an elephant while we were there.
We could. That could be another one.
Okay.
That's another idea.
New Balance. We got ideas. Get an elephant. All right.
What else?
The other testing we did was just like some foot scans, body scans. And then we talked to all the product teams for quite a while. They asked us like our opinions on gear and shoes. And the whole time I was thinking they should not listen to me at all because I am probably not the main consumer, but here you go.
Like,
It would have been like asking you about sports bras.
yeah. Yeah, I don't have any thoughts on those. I can't even think of something off the top of my head.
I mean, if they could make a comfortable one for men that had a place to hold your phone.
I think that's realistic that some men would benefit from that.
Yeah.
Everyone would. You guys don't have the nip chafing, and then you got a pocket for your
That's
phone.
a good point. I didn't even think
I've been
about
telling
that.
Thomas he should just put on a sports bra all the time.
The nip chafing alone would be worth it.
Right.
Put on makeup. Put on
Yeah.
a sports bra.
Yeah.
Try these buns. Next thing I look like Jim Carrey when he was back on what was that show? A Living
In
Color.
Living Color.
Where he dressed up as a woman.
Yeah.
All right, first check in. This is Thomas getting together with you to let you know that you're doing awesome. Hope that you're taking your breathing nice and easy. I know it's so hot, right? It's so hot and you're in the middle of grit and you're probably pushing, getting those extra miles. Just remember to enjoy this heat because, when it gets down to 30 again, you'll be like, I just wish I could be running in no shirt or in a sports bra. And apparently earlier we were talking about, I guess I can wear a sports bra as well. But anyway, you enjoy this run. I'll check in later.
What else? Anything else?
And then we hosted a run in the evening, which was fun, out of Heartbreak. A bunch of people came and tried on the SC trainers, and it was fun.
I've always been curious, what's Heartbreak like inside? What kind of store?
It's good. It had a really weird smell, I'm not going to lie.
Really?
What was the smell?
It smelled like a basement that had mold in it.
Oh, yeah. Like Emma Bates's apartment.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I wonder if she fixed that.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I haven't seen her lately.
She has one of those Bane masks on the whole time she's in her apartment.
Yeah, but no, the Heartbreak
the dog.
The Heartbreak team was great, and the store was cool.
You didn't ask him about it though? What the smell was?
No.
That's always tough when you go in someone's house and you're like,
yeah,
there's a bad smell in here. You're like, hey, what's the smell here? No, nobody ever does that. You just go, I can't wait to get out of here. Maybe I'll adjust. The worst is when you realize you've adjusted to the smell.
Yeah.
And then you're like, crap,
Nose blindness.
It's on me now.
That's your
Because you're going to go hug somebody like that Seinfeld where the jacket smelled.
Oh, yeah.
You got used to it. They couldn't get it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you're in Jeffrey Dahmer's apartment, then you gotta, something's up.
You don't ask any questions there either. You just
go straight to the police.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. People said it smelled like.
I think they reported it to the police, but they just didn't care. It's like probably apartments smell all the time.
Where was that? Sioux Falls?
No, that was in. Yeah, right. I was in California somewhere.
I don't think so. It's like in the Midwest.
Yeah,
Stuff Jen Stevens
sure.
sings about it.
No, that's John Wayne Gacy.
No, he also said. Oh no, maybe he doesn't do John.
Yeah.
All right, but look up Dahmer.
Same
I don't
idea.
think that was California though.
I thought it was. I thought he was from the Midwest, but lived in.
For some reason, I think it was Wisconsin or something.
Dahmer residence. Well, yeah. Oh no, well, he grew up in Ohio. Yeah. I'm gonna get flagged by the CIA any second now. But we need to know. The people need to know.
Yeah, you're on your run right now. You need to know where Dahmer was living.
You don't have to fill in. Brandon will just snip this part out.
Oh no, that's right. It's Milwaukee. You're right.
Yeah,
why did I think
that's Wisconsin, isn't it? Milwaukee,Wisconsin.
Yeah. Did you say Wisconsin?
Yeah.
Okay. Good
Damn.
job.
Jeopardy.
Oh, yeah,
Ding,
I
ding,
mean,
ding.
you're good with your serial killer trivia. I don't know why I doubted you.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I meant to say just trivia in general.
Yeah. You better watch yourself.
All right. So yeah, speaking of smells, it's been humid. It's been hot.
Yeah.
All my running clothes smell disgusting. And you know how if you
That's weird because you don't normally wash yours.
I know it's that time, but you know how when you do a run and say you go somewhere afterwards, like you're doing a trail run or something, and you put them in your car, even that. And then if you forget about it,
Dude.
No.
Yeah, that happened to me.
That's a way to end a family relationship.
Yeah, I try my best. I would hang it on the mirror of my car and stuff. If we were somewhere, dry it out.
No creeks. I can see you washing on a stone.
No, the creek was kind of far from where we were. We did some creek crossings over bridges.
Right.
But.
So why don't we get into it? So you did a 12-mile run this weekend.
Yeah. So Grit started, which we should probably mention.
Yeah, people are killing it.
Crazy.
Like out of the gate, everyone's coming out hot.
Bop, bop, bop.
Yeah.
Men not hot.
We have Pat Blair, who's like always the legend of Grit. He's trying to do a marathon a day distance for... Yeah,
or average that distance.
Average
a day,
it.
Yeah.
Doubles and everything. He's doing it. He's at 121 miles.
There's someone ahead of him.
Well, so there was a woman who ran a backyard ultra or like a 48-hour race over the weekend. And she did 116 miles over 2 days.
That'll do it.
So
that'll get you up there.
Yeah. And apparently I saw her post in the Facebook group. There was like tornado warnings. They're like... a tent blew away, hail, then like crazy, then like 90s the next day during the day, and it was.
And they're running through all of it.
Yeah,
it's insane.
That is crazy.
But so that's great for you. And so I was trying to run. I'm trying to do 7 miles a day ish. I don't know why, because I've not done that in like a year. And
I think
roll
it's fun.
these dice.
Yeah. So I did a 9 to start out. I did a 12. Invited some Believe in the Run reviewers. I was up in PA. We went to the state park. It's like my favorite place to run, pretty much ever. And
what state park is this?
it's called Squaterra State Park. It's just it's just a beautiful kind of rail trail that's completely shaded with like canopy of trees.
So is it like the NCR or different?
Yeah, but it's just better. It's like thicker growth and like kind of mossy, just more scenic, I would say.
Ah, cool.
And you can kind of there's a bridge that intersects half the park, so you can do like a 5-mile loop or a 12-mile or 16 or whatever. So Chad, our heavyweight reviewer, came with. Ryan, our assistant editor.
Call him
Clydesdale runner. And then Caleb, our 17-year-old, one of our track cross-country reviewers.
How did you keep him like at a pace that you could run with him?
Yeah, he's fast too. He said his cross-country 5K PR on a hilly course is like 16:14.
Wow.
Like he made states last year.
So was he like that dog that's jumping around you and running circles?
He was cool. He was just being real chill. And but he was still super humid. You just feel like wet from the start. But it was nice. Definitely doing grit miles with friends and people helps. And then a guy who actually used to be like a big fan of the band that I was in like a long time ago.
Name the band.
It's called Farewell Flight. And we weren't big.
Do you know who's a big fan of that too?
Who?
Feathers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because she never made it.
That's hilarious. And then, yeah, that's a good one. I like that.
Yeah, zing.
And nice. And so he was then like found us on YouTube or something and connected the two things. Like, hey, I remember him from back in the day. So he lives in Harrisburg. He came out. It was great. It was a nice July 4th.
Nice. Getting in the miles too.
Yeah. And so I ran in that New Balance Super Comp Trail. So speaking of New Balance.
What was that like?
I can't remember if I'm allowed to talk about it, but I'll do it anyways. It was good, and I think it was too short on me, which is weird because New Balance usually runs long.
Yeah.
So is it similar to the trainer now or the previous trainer, and does it have...
No, it's a racing shoe.
Oh, okay.
So it's a lower stack because it's a trail shoe. At least it felt like that. Kind of not firmer. It feels good underfoot, but the upper would kind of just fit weird where it felt too short. My toes were killing me by the end. Yeah. So, and that was just a normal rail trail run. But it has a Vibram Mega Grip outsole. It's pretty legit. That carbon plate. So it was good. It might have been too small for me. So I had to see if I can get some more miles. But anyways, so that was, I ran in that shoe. I actually ran in the Tracksmith Elliott shoe the day before.
Oh, wow.
Which I haven't, mainly because that's the only other shoe I have with me.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that shoe. It's not anything special, but it's like for 4 or 5 miles.
I think it's
a good summer shoe to casually too. It's like my favorite casual shoe on.
Plus
one of them.
Like Easter.
Yeah. Easter, summer, pool.
Yeah. I don't know why I said Easter.
Yeah. But, and then that was pretty much it. Did you see the snake that I found?
I did. I saw that you had a quite long, it wasn't girth, was pretty skinny. Was that a rat snake? Is that what that's called?
Yeah, it was a rat snake. I think it was like 3.
I love that your kids are not afraid. They're
3
like,
or 4
oh, let me
feet.
come look at that.
Yeah, it was. Did you see it, Meg?
Yeah. Did you put it in your Instagram story?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
it
saw
was like
it.
that one. But it was pretty nice because they don't usually bite you, so you pick them up.
They just pee on you, though. I don't like that.
Yeah, that one didn't. So it was actually all A-okay. He's loving life.
Wait, did you set off fireworks?
I did, yeah. So set off fireworks.
No injuries?
No injuries.
I like that you're pausing.
I was trying to think. We
Let me
also
see your hands.
shot skeet too, and no injuries there, which would have been way more worse.
Wow, there's a lot of firearms in this group.
A lot of firearms this week.
Holiday weekend.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to figure out how. Kimmy sent me the video on where it is.
It's on your Instagram.
Oh, the fireworks?
No. Oh, no, the snake.
Oh, the snake, yeah. No, I was talking about the fireworks. But spent probably like with my family like $800 in fireworks and kind of just went nuts.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's like everybody pitches in those. So
Yeah, but still $800 of fireworks.
Yeah, and what's really crazy is that
like you could probably go to Sizzler.
Yeah, but
with that kind of money,
you can't blow stuff up in Sizzler.
You can.
I mean, maybe
you can
bathroom.
Blow stuff up.
Bathroom,
Yeah.
you can.
Oh,
but I had to get a bathroom joke in
it's
there. But then, yeah, you think inflation hit grocery stores hard and eggs? You should see the fireworks market with inflation.
It's like
what's it cost for a firework
out
nowadays?
of control. You used to get
one sparkly, $20.
well, at least for the good stuff, you used to get a box of shells, like mortar shells, for $80 for 25. It was like $160.
Wow.
It's out of like
You gotta start learning to make your own explosives.
Now you're onto something. Remember that video I showed you about the guy in West Baltimore who's selling this fireworks?
Yeah.
I saw on Instagram some guy was selling like crazy. Like I'd never seen these fireworks before, and I was honestly like
Tempted?
yeah, I was gonna try and figure out like where he was, where he was at, because honestly I just didn't have enough time before I left, because I was really like I've never seen that firework before.
I think that it would be an easy way to scam people too. Like you just make paper mache stuff and tell them that it's fireworks, and then.
Yeah, but then
I mean, yeah, but then
they're gonna come back.
do that to the wrong person.
Yeah.
They're gonna show you some real fireworks.
Regret that. Yeah.
Oh boy.
But anyway, so it was all good. I had my homemade ice cream. That was pretty good, pretty delicious.
Yeah.
Homemade ice cream.
There you go.
It was good.
We had
Nice. It was nice.
We had I'm gonna get in. I'm just gonna glaze over my running real quick so we can get to Megan's, because it's a lot more exciting. I'm feeling good. I'm running again pretty consistently. So back in, I think, start training for NYC now. Feeling good. That was 3 feelings.
Yeah.
But
really got it in there.
Keeping count. Word of the day. Yeah, I'm optimistic right now. So I feel good.
Okay.
My speed is decent.
Do you have a goal for grit?
No, this is the first time. So the last 2 summers, I did have a goal, and I was able to hit my goal, and I loved it, and I had a good time. This time, I'm kind of, I think the last couple of years, I've been pushing the boundaries of fatigue, and so by the time I get to a marathon and stuff, I'm not able to put in my best effort. Certainly, at least Boston and Japan were kind of like coasters.
Right.
And stuff like that. The last one I really tried hard for was London. And so this year, I'm kind of going to follow the training plan of my coach.
Oh, nice.
And just do that. So my mileage for grit it'll probably be decent.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be the 300.
Yeah.
See, I think, real quick, I think that's part of the problem with when we run a lot of marathons or races is, remember when you would just pick a marathon that you would sign up for and be like, that's the one I'm going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you're like focused on that. You know, that's like, you don't have a fallback or anything. You're just, this is what I got to do. And you're, you're paying, you're like, everything's like out of pocket. You're like, this is like, I have to like, but I feel like when we do a lot of races and other things like that, it's just easy to kind of, well, at least for me, be like, oh, there's another one. Or I'll just like half focus on this, and then if something goes wrong, I'll just be like, oh, I'll just do the next one.
Yeah.
For me, it's tough because my A race this year is going to be New York, which I know is a course that is not
right.
my best.
Well, anyone's really, right?
I mean, there's some people can run it well.
Yeah.
But it's got everything. Hopefully it's not as hot this year. Can't be that hot.
I feel like it can't be.
And 2, hills aren't my jam, and it's a pretty hilly course. I would say it's tougher than Boston. the course.
I would say so.
Like, I actually really enjoyed Boston. I got to the finish with plenty of energy, and I was nervous. I kind of was reserved going into the Newton Hills and coming out. But so New York is I know it's a tough course. It's pretty much handed me an L 2 times. I finished both times, but it wasn't easy on either one. So this year I'm kind of excited to see, with a rest, proper training, and everything, what I can do. So it's I don't even really have like a time goal at this point. It's more like I want to run it well, finish it feeling good, and party like an insane man after.
What kind of man?
Insane. Okay. I don't know what that is. I'm making up words today, apparently.
Thomas has been making up a lot of words and abbreviating words that should never be abbreviated.
Oh, really?
Recently?
Yeah, that girl's got a good personality.
Okay, I could get on.
I like that. And then what was the other one?
Makes you stop and think. What is he talking about?
Yeah, like not a good purse on that guy.
Yeah.
But
it sounds offensive, and then you flip it back where you're like, it's not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there was another one that was good. Megan again was like, "Did you just abbreviate another word?" But it was perfect. Anyway, so that's
make a list of that, because I would like to know what the other ones were.
I'll start keeping a tally.
We'll see if we can get them popular.
I think we should,
along with the Legionnaire hat.
Yeah,
I meant the Liege.
The Liege. Exactly. We should just abbreviate everything. So anyways, so that's what I'm doing. I'm just gonna use this month to train towards New York, try to stay healthy, get everything in working order so that I can start doing some hard workouts and longer runs and stuff like that. So I'm pretty stoked, actually.
Okay.
Like I think I needed a little bit of a downtime to like fall back in love with the sport.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Hi, it's Thomas again with your second check-in. And hopefully you're drinking some water. I know it's going to get repetitive. Every week in the summer, I'm going to be like, make sure you're hydrating. But like, really, we're doing these grit miles. You're sweating a ton. You probably can't get enough liquids in. And talking to Feathers, I don't think you can eat too much salt if you're a runner and getting out there and sweating every day. So go have something salty and keep that hydration going. So, but this one over here is smacking down. Ran a 10K last week in Boston.
Yeah.
Ran a 10K for the 4th of July.
I saw that. Tell me about that, because I'm a little jealous.
What, of the heat or the money?
Of which part?
The cash.
That prize.
The cash monies?
Yeah.
That was nice.
By the way, you might be sitting next to $564 million heirs.
Okay.
So
continue.
The $20 of my $200 that I won yesterday went straight to lottery tickets.
Oh, nice.
Powerball.
Is that a big one right now?
Yeah, 546
million. Robbie, think about this.
That's pretty smart. That's a smart investment right
there.
there.
But think about the story. Megan goes to a race.
Yeah.
Gets cash money. Mm-hmm. Takes that winning, puts it towards lottery tickets, wins more cash money.
And then imagine spending all that on more lottery tickets.
Ooh, solid move.
That's what you got to do. If you
all the
win
tickets in the world.
If you win 546 million, buy more lottery tickets.
Yes. Did you ever see that Mr. Beast video where he bought just, I think it was $100,000 worth of lottery tickets, just rolls and rolls of scratch offs to see how much did you ever see that?
No.
And then his friends just
sat
there
anything?
scratching him off for like 4 days straight. I think they did not come out on top. I think they ended up winning like $60,000 off of $100,000 or something like that.
That's a pretty big loss, 40 grand.
Yeah. So
but
just
he made
imagine
that
extrapolating that over a lifetime.
YouTube,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he did okay.
All right, so Meg, let's talk about the race a little bit. Or do you want to talk about any other training, or how's it going with Coach Castor?
It's been good. He talked me off the ledge after my 10K in Boston, which didn't go great.
What was his advice?
It wasn't so much advice as more of just explaining, like, hey, this is why you ran this way, and this is part of the training, and the real goal is the fall marathon. So these are all just, like, these races I'm doing now are just, they're fitness tests and just
Would you say coming off of, like, you're not training for races. You're doing fast effort races in the middle of your training.
Yeah, correct.
How do you describe that as far, like, if You coach a few people. What is this good for? Like, why do you do it?
Well, several reasons. One, I think it's always good to practice being on a start line and racing because some people, have anxiety. And so
I never heard of it.
it's kind of conquering that a little bit, I think in itself is beneficial. But then also you push harder in a race, so you're going to gain a little bit more fitness, and it's just good practice.
Okay. So we ran this race, or you ran it last year. I was smart enough not to sign up for it.
I forgot how awful this course is.
And
It's
in July
so
in Baltimore.
bad.
Yeah.
Because
I've never run it, but
don't ever do it.
okay.
Sorry, the Arbutus 10K is great, guys. You should definitely support them. But what a terrible course. You start with an uphill. You end with an uphill.
What?
There's uphill throughout the whole thing. Like from mile
you're
4
exposed.
until 6, you're basically climbing a hill.
And you're exposed to sunshine. See, I did my
Why?
miles on the course just like I did. Meg did a 2-mile warm up, did that with her, and then I ran the rest of my 5 miles out on the course. And I was like, this is horrible. Like it's hot, it's hilly.
But so there's prize money for the top 3 people.
Apparently more than the top 3.
The top 3 overall get prize money, and then there's age group awards too that get money.
Okay.
So people come out, I think, specifically for that. And last year I was 4th, so I was kind of itching to get on the podium and get some cash.
Okay.
And several of the fast local women came out, and so I'm on the start line being like, well,
we'll see what happens.
Here it goes again.
Was Karen there?
No, it was the top 4 of us. So it was Hannah. Her last name's I'm gonna not say it right. All their last names are hard.
Dreyfus?
Yeah. Julia
Louise Dreyfus?
Yeah.
No, that's the actor
No,
from
not
Seinfeld.
her. What's her?
I don't know. Julia
Oh,
Gulia.
I'll look up. You keep talking. I'll look it up.
Julia Gulia.
Anyway, so I sort of was mentally not like thinking I was going to have it. But I ended up for the first time ever in a race wearing headphones because I was like, I'm going to be out there by
really?
myself for a long time. So I think that actually helped. Anyway, I went out with this pack, and I'm talking about the 4 of us, and I'm with like a 2:35 marathoner and a 2:40 marathoner being like, they're about to destroy me.
Man.
I'm just going to get dropped. But we went out and it was like a 6:10 pace or something. And I was like, I'm thinking that they were going to run conservatively just to get the top 3 spots.
Okay.
But I was like, I have absolutely no chance at a fast
You
finish.
probably ruined their day.
So I took off at mile 2 because I was like, well, I'm not going to do a 6:10 the whole time, especially on a downhill. So I led the race for like a mile. And then Hannah caught me and dropped me in a hot second. And for the rest of the time, I was just running, being like, they're going to catch me and like fly past me at any moment. Especially the last hill. Like I slowed a lot and I was like, there's no way.
Yeah.
They're not going to just crush me. And then after you get to mile 6, it is a downhill for the 0.2. And that's like my sweet spot is running downhill. So
And I can see, so I'm at the finish line.
Uh-huh.
And it kind of crests and then comes downhill. So you see the top of people's heads and then they kind of like come into view.
Yeah.
So I'm looking. I see Hannah coming through. Looks strong. Finishes strong. Looked tired. Like she worked for it. And then I see.
Oh, she finished in 37 flat.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see Megan's head. And I see her arms doing her little chicken dance. And she comes over. And not too far behind her is the 3rd place woman has very bright red hair.
So it's Julia Roman Duval.
That's it.
Duval. Dreyfus. That's close. I was close.
Yeah.
I see her red hair and I'm like, she's going to try to take Meg.
She's a 2:35 marathon. She could take me any day.
Like in the downhill, she's going to try to take Meg. And so I'm like, go. And meanwhile, she has her headphones on.
Well.
But I'm like freaking out because I'm like, if you slow down even a little bit, she's going to sniff it out and take you. So Megan comes in, ends up taking her, and did not get caught. Matter of fact, she was 10 seconds behind you, right? Mm-hmm. All you were split by 10 seconds?
7 seconds, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, 7 seconds. So, yeah.
So what did you, that's awesome. What did you win for what was the prize again?
$200.
$200.
There's 300 for first place, 200, and then 100.
And you took $20 on lottery tickets.
Yeah.
I thought you said you spent the whole thing on lottery tickets.
No, that'd be a little aggressive.
Yeah.
So, Meg,
But
how did you feel? Because I thought
better chances.
I thought the environment, Robbie, at this race was a little weird.
It was weird.
It wasn't like
It is Baltimore County.
I mean, it's weird because it was not like. How can you describe it, Meg?
Well, Arbutus almost is a place that doesn't even exist in real life. That's like in between here and the airport. No one even knows.
I didn't
what
realize
goes
it
on.
was so close to the trails that we run on.
Yeah.
Oh, to Patapsco?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically right below it.
Yeah, but it kind of described the atmosphere and maybe some of the sportsmanship.
It was just not a very friendly vibe,
Okay.
if you will. One of the things I love about this sport is, especially when you're competing, especially women, like when I am running against women and we're around the same pace,
Yeah.
as soon as we finish, hugging, high-fiving, congratulating, thanking for pushing the pace,
Exchanging Snapchat
yeah,
accounts.
yeah, exactly, all that stuff. And there was none of that. I tried to give a fist bump.
Whoa.
Someone turned around.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was walking off the line, and I'm right next to her, and she goes to give her a fist bump, and the person just turned her back on her and was like,
I hope she doesn't own a Jeep because,
"Yeah, you better not roll over."
yeah, probably not waving to people either.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was kind of a bummer because that's why I love the sport, is because of
Yeah.
it's fun.
Well,
And
now you
even
know
when you went up to get the check, it wasn't like, "Hey, congrats, everybody." It was it was the
And
guy
it was not a
friendlier.
check. It was $20 bills in an envelope, which was
She
amazing.
Made it rain.
I mean, that's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Well, now you know the person you need to beat in every race coming from now on.
That'll be a challenge.
Okay.
I don't know. You might be on the up. She might be on the down.
All right. Wow. That's
But
not
yeah,
cool.
like gave sour face and everything.
So not like Dundalk was better. Dundalk Fire.
I love it.
What do you mean better?
I mean, Dundalk is just like fun and a God's guns and glory type vibe.
Yeah.
Kind of just.
Course is way more enjoyable for sure.
Yeah.
Flat as a pancake.
And I feel like the Arbutus. Okay, here's the other thing that was brutal considering I'm standing out in the heat. You know, I'm not pushing as hard as Megan, but she's pretty tired at this point. She's changed clothes, cool liquids, all that stuff. They start the award ceremony, right? Which is what we're waiting for because we know there's cash money.
Yeah.
So
I'm surprised no one's tried to hold that event up yet.
I know, that's what I'm thinking. So they started with random, like they read off numbers, and if they call your bib number, you get to pick a prize off the stage.
Oh man, like a family double dare or something.
I guess so.
Okay.
And so that's where it starts. And we're like, okay, well, they're getting this out of the way, and then they'll probably get to the awards. They start the awards. These are 5-year increments.
Oh man.
They started with the oldest
No
to
way.
youngest.
So
And then
they had
overall.
people in walkers coming up to the stage.
Basically, yeah. So they start oldest to youngest for every 5 years.
One, two.
And 3 deep. Three
Yeah,
deep
so
in the
men
age group.
and women.
I'm doing the math here. So you're in
An hour. It took
which,
an hour.
Which age group were you in?
I was
She wasn't
overall. I was
So
last.
she had to wait till all
You were
the
last.
age
All
groups.
right, I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's 12.
Yeah, but here's what they did.
Male and female too.
They individually called them up.
12 times 3 is 36. 72 people.
72
Yeah.
people.
What?
But here's what they did. So they called them
insane.
up each individually.
said
Yeah.
their times.
Their times. They stood on stage. Then they took
A photo.
like 5 or 6 photos.
No way.
By the way, the race director is 80 degrees out. He's wearing a vest.
That's cool.
And I'm like, well, why is he wearing a vest? Like, it's
like a
hot as-
cowhide vest?
No,
or-
like a
no,
safety.
like a bright.
like a running vest.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It was like safety. But I'm like, it's hot as heck out here. Dude standing in the exposed stage. So, yeah, so 72 people have to go up, get there, and they were all getting like envelopes too. I don't know what was in them.
Wait, so did they? Did they get to actually pick a prize on the stage, or did I
The
miss
first
your-
people got to pick that.
Like
prize.
there was a stack of presents and stuff.
There was
Yeah,
like
it was
a
like-
camelback.
yeah,
like
you
all
just
that.
Man,
pick
that's
something.
cool. I like that.
Okay. So yeah, you're gonna have to do it next year. Yeah, you like this race.
I'd just be sad.
So they do the whole thing. 72 people. I'm dying. Like luckily I brought like ice water and stuff and put it in the car, and I just go back to the car. I'm like sitting on the tailgate. I'm like, I can hear it from here. When it's your time to go up,
Was it July 5th by the time the race was over?
Pretty much we got the race started at 8. Meg was done at 8:40. She got her award at 10:40.
No way.
Yeah,
because I did cool down miles. I got back. We waited. Yeah.
Shout out to Graham Peck who got I think was he age group or overall?
I think age group.
Age group. Got an age group. He's looks so fit right now, man. He looks like
Thomas was jealous of his washboard abs.
Yeah, man. He was like, there's another dude up there that was in pretty good shape. Graham came up and was like, blah. He was like, that poor kid. He's gonna look like that in the photos.
He finished in 7th place.
Okay, but like for his age group, he came in like maybe was he first age group or
I said
Probably.
third
age group?
Yeah.
All right. And then also I saw Doug Beezer out there. We saw Insung, who is a local runner over here in Baltimore.
She does like every race.
Yeah, she won age group too.
Oh, so the age groups, they got 50, 20, and 10.
Okay, so there's a lot of cash.
There's some
thrown
incentive.
Out. So think about that: 72 people plus your 6.
Yeah.
What is it? Almost
Let me
80 people
see.
walking away with cash.
Look up my age group and see if there'd be any. Oh, dang.
You got a shot?
Yeah.
What was it?
But keep in mind.
I know it's hilly.
Yeah.
But what was your age group? What were the times?
40 to 44. Third place was a 7:28 pace. I could get 7:28.
But that only gets you $10. You really want
Second
to be
place was
first.
7:27 pace.
Oh, okay. What's first?
6:48, which isn't totally outside the realm of
No,
possibility.
No, you ran a flat half and Donna and around that pace.
I think I ran a 10K in that half at like 6:25.
The heat in the hills would put a little bit on you. But you're good on hills.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I think Robbie's
I
going
could
to
definitely,
Arbutus next.
I could definitely get the under 46 minutes for a 10K.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going back. Well, I'll do it again next year. Watch me sign up because I always do.
No, you'll do it because Robbie will sign it.
Yeah,
Like,
and I'm
well,
like,
I'll go.
okay.
And I'll go, I'm not running it again, but I'll come and wait around in the truck.
Problem is, I'm always usually away for the 4th of July.
Yeah.
But anyways.
There's other people there. Shout out to everybody.
So-
Rachel Rosenblatt.
So a lot of Arbutus firecrackers. So much like the course, a lot of ups and lots of downs.
Yeah.
Cash, cool. Time waiting for that cash, not so cool.
They did have hot dogs.
Okay, for free.
And snow cones.
All you can eat.
Yeah.
I mean, you could
There's
just
a
stand. You
line.
could get in line again, I guess.
Oh,
But yeah.
well, now you're really making this race seem like a winner.
Yeah. And I think that, you could even bring the boys.
Okay.
There was sprinklers along the whole course, which was nice. You could
Okay.
run through them the whole time.
Did you do that?
Oh yeah, everyone.
Yeah, I was gonna say. It's always good. Oh, you know what? Someone asked to do an article about like tips for running in the heat, and I thought that was a pretty good one because I feel like some people don't know. I feel like there's some hidden tips maybe that people don't know. Do you have any hidden tips off the top of your head?
Hidden
Yeah.
tips.
Hydrate before you get out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much just comes down to hydration. It's really hard to cool off unless you literally have like a cooling towel.
What about
around
wearing
your head.
Legionnaire's hats?
Legionnaire hats is definitely one of them. If you have any extra ice lying around,
Put it in your hat. Yeah.
I love, and I did this with Jarrett one year when it was really hot. We were doing a long run, and we had a credit card, and we stopped and got
I thought you were gonna.
ice cold Gatorade.
Oh, that's a good one. I thought you were gonna like wave each other with the credit card like a fan.
No,
They probably did that. Let's be real.
But we got the ice cold, and it really brings your body temperature down quickly.
Are there any other ones that you can think of though? I feel like there's some hacks. I don't know.
Like you should be increasing your sodium a lot during summer.
Okay. Increase your sodium.
That'll help with holding
How
on
does
to
that?
some of that water.
Oh, so that the water part keeps it cool.
Hydration.
Okay. Oh, that's the one I remember. So I have this theory, and it's if you're running in a place that has no shade, but maybe has telephone poles, like a sidewalk. If you, depending on whether the sun is at in the day, if it's the poles are on the sidewalk, if you still run in the shade of the light posts, I figure, because you can run lengthwise down the light post shade, you're still getting shade for
You're saying that they would either have to be going on a road directly east or directly west.
This happens more than you think.
Okay.
So, because I've done this. So, no, it's just like, if the sun's above, it doesn't have to be completely like full length.
Right,
shade.
but you're saying run in the shade of a telephone pole.
Yeah. But if you have no options, and you're still running in the shade of a telephone pole, it probably covers 50% of your body for the length of 15 feet or 20 feet. And so that's probably like 10 to 15% of your run.
I did see somebody take those thermometer.
So if you
guns.
think about it, that's I did want to talk about that. So if you think about it, that's still, you're getting say 15 to 20% of your run in shade, when otherwise you just be running straight down a.
That's one way to do it.
That is a ludicrous tip. That is crazy.
I think I want someone to investigate this for me, because I think there's something to it.
All right. You did see someone with the thermometer thing with the clothing?
What do you want them to investigate? Like this?
If you can run on poles.
If you have better endurance by running in light posts, like a telephone post shade.
Okay.
You did see the temperature gun though, right?
Trust me. Yeah, I did. That was very interesting.
I did not see
so
this.
they took a white singlet and
Faster
white
Bastards.
shoes, and then they took black shoes and a black singlet. And in the hot heat, they did the temperature on the white shoe, and it was like whatever degrees. And then they did it on the black
95
shoe,
degrees.
and it was like 20 degrees hotter.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And the same thing with the singlet.
So let's talk about that.
I mean, I've been wearing white. I wore a white tank in Boston, a white
You
crop.
wore a black hat though at the 10K. You could have had first place.
I wore a white hat in Boston. I did wear a black hat, but I felt like I had to represent the Faster Bastards.
Yeah.
Man, maybe the Faster Bastards have been getting horrible race times just because we're all wearing black.
I don't know. They always seem on the podium, so
Yeah, but they could be elite level.
that's true. But we also have a white hat and white singlet, so they can do that as well.
Yeah. Black shoes is interesting though, because do you think that could be like another efficiency thing?
Well, I hate black shoes,
definitely
so
is.
we're good there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely could be.
I don't think there's any, I can't think of any black. Well, the original Alpha Fly, that black and green one.
That was heinous.
The Pro 3, the
yeah.
Saucony Pro 3 was black, and the Pro
Adidas.
3 Adidas was black and green.
See, and I've been saying white shoes is the way to go, and look,
You're right.
science.
Yep. Speaking of white shoes, we got these right here.
Did you not want to talk about your shooting
I mean, we can.
guns?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, a couple things. By the way, if you're around on July 20th, we're going to be having a party here at the HQ. It's going to be part of our Thursday night run, but Ciele is going to be here. We're going to be giving away 150 Ciele hats. We need to talk about how we're going to give them away, because you already did something that was the intended way to give them away, and there's already 93 people on that list.
We'll figure it out. It's also part of the hydration tour, so
One of our reviewers asked us this question. When you RSVP for the Summer Hydration Tour link for that event, is that the Ciele hat RSVP?
That's what I'm going to have to
that's what we're
talk
trying to
about,
figure
because
out.
I'm like, I said to Meg, I said, wait, you're getting all these people RSVP to the hydration tour and not to the party, when we were going to do the first 150 to RSVP to the party, get the Ciele hat.
it's one and the same. So we could.
I just think it should
No,
be.
because
Yeah.
it's not fair to the people who weren't going to come to the hydration tour that were planning on coming to the grit party.
It's the same thing.
Nobody knows that, though, the way that you put it up there. It would look like it's part of the hydration tour.
I think it should just be the first 150 people to come.
I think it might, but then we'll have people showing up at like early.
Fine.
All right. Anyway, we're going to have...
We'll just leave them locked out.
We'll have the option of a 5-hour run. Yeah, we'll have to make them line up.
Yeah.
A 5-hour run.
A 5-mile run and a 3-mile run,
It is great.
followed by, we'll have some Mobtown beers here, and then we will take the party over to Ministry and have some more beers. But here at the place, we're going to be having, Asics is going to be providing demos for the Cayano 30, and we're also going to be, there'll be some dignitaries from Asics here. We're going to have some big wigs. Kafuzi's going to be here. I forget who else is coming. I've put in word that I'd love it if Greg Itahara came, who you would know from his custom singlets and stuff like that. What I want to do is have him here and then
Kafuzi is going to be here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kafuzi's going to be here.
Sorry.
And have Greg on the podcast on Friday. We'll also be doing a Fuel for the Soul podcast for maybe we're trying to figure that out on that Thursday earlier in the day. And we may have an opportunity for a couple people to sit in for that.
If Meg Featherston gets here.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't even say that.
Just kidding.
She's getting here the night before, right? I think. I don't remember.
She might have to run from there. Be real test of her summer hydration.
Yeah.
So we bring it up. You brought Rob James up because he helped you cut the license plate off your car. But I went to the woods with.
It sounds like an outlaw, but it's really just like a friend of yours.
Yeah. So since the beginning of time, when I saw the Satisfy shirts with the Moth Tech, and I purchased one, and I'm like, this is a cotton tee that has little holes in it. I was like, I could do this with a shotgun. Mm-hmm. And I was like, that'd be fun to do. So I took 5 of our Japan shirts out to the far reaches of Maryland. And Rob has all kinds of firearms. So he let me use his shotgun. 12
gauge?
12 gauge and semi-automatic.
Nice.
So you just could pop shells in there and be like, pow, 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 pow.
Yeah.
But I wanted to take my time with each shirt and kind of get it right.
Create them, destroy with care.
So we took it and we used like duck BB shot. Mm-hmm. We did one with a bigger shot, but most of them were duck BB shot. And we strategically, because I saw this on the Satisfy site, that you need to aerate the chest and back for the optimal, breathability.
Yeah.
So I shot it in the chest, and it did a really nice job.
It looked, and then you made it prettier.
Yeah, I dyed them with what you would call bleach, and then trimmed off the sleeves. Mm-hmm. So they're pretty rock and roll. And I have to say, I really love the way they came out.
Yeah, I was pretty impressed, I gotta say, as well. I was like, okay, this is cool.
There's only 5 made.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make any more. Not at least with this shirt. Maybe I'll do a different
They might
shirt.
be gone by the time this episode comes out.
Oh, yeah, if you're putting them out.
But we're going to put them up, and they're going to be satisfied price.
Yeah.
And I think it's worth it. You're getting one original design by me.
Yeah.
Then I went out in the woods and I shot it.
Yeah.
And then I bleached it.
Yeah.
And I hand trimmed it. You're getting a one it's a one-off.
Mm-hmm. Did you use your teeth to trim the sleeves off, or
no? I took that snake that you were holding. I used him and just held him and
nibble
the sleeves,
nibble along the edges. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, put some rat blood on it so that it would do that.
Nah, I mean, now you're talking.
Yeah,
it can get real weird.
So there's 5 of them. There's one if they're there when we're done, but there's 1 small, 2 mediums, and 2 larges. They fit like a regular size.
Yeah.
Whatever.
All right.
But it was a lot of fun.
I think they look cool. Obviously, if you're watching this, we'd probably put a photo up of them.
Yeah. I was on an artistic kick this week.
And you were good. You had your ear protection on.
Do you know how cool those headphones are? Have you ever used those?
Like to put them to protect your ears or
no,
whatever?
You can hear.
Oh, he has like those kinds?
Yeah, you can hear someone talking, but when you fire the gun, you don't hear the gun.
It like dampens the...
It can tell the difference between like decibel level. So
that's wild.
If we're talking, it sounds like we're talking in these mics right now. But when you fire the gun, it deadens the sound of the gun.
Oh, wow. That's super fancy.
It felt like we were on radios.
Whoa. I didn't even know that was a thing, honestly. I just thought it was regular.
Really
cans.
cool. Like, I wonder if you could go to a concert with that and it would...
I wonder, what, is it like the hits a certain decibel, it like dampens it?
I guess that's what's got to be. You got to figure when a gun fires,
yeah,
like the loudness goes. But they were really cool. Yeah, so those are up. I was in a creative kick this
yeah, I saw you paint that New Balance painting. That was pretty rad.
Dude, it's huge. It's like, it's pretty big.
Yeah, I saw it.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I think so the guy who designed that shoe is Seth Maxwell.
Yeah.
From New Balance.
Yeah.
And he's
it was the 990 V6, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Danny from New Balance sent him, I guess, the link and said, "Hey, did you see this?" And I think he may dig into his sketches, for when he designed the shoe, and maybe send me one of the sketches.
Oh wow!
Which would be awesome because then I'll put it with the painting.
I mean, that would be
and have
super cool.
Like the guy who designed it.
Yeah.
And that
and sell it on eBay, the whole package.
Well, no, I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna do a series of like iconic.
Okay.
Shoes.
Like the Brooks Launch 7.
Yeah, definitely.
That'll never make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Wait, watch it 30 years. Yeah. People will be like repping the Brooks Launch.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. It could happen.
Oh man.
All right, this is Thomas' final check-in. Man, we just saw a tick on Robbe, and he's picking it right in front of me. He's trying to dig in there with his own hands. He should just get a Leatherman and dig that sucker out or get a match or something. Anyway, if you're running in the woods or running like trails this summer, it's going to be a banner year for ticks because guess what? We didn't have that cold winter, so they're going to be out there, and you're going to need to protect yourself. So make sure if you have a buddy or somebody who can check you for ticks and give you the all clear sign, that would be great. Otherwise, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Robbe is exclaiming that he got his tick out, dug it out of his own hand like he was like from the movie Blade Runner, and they're pulling nails out of their hands. Anyway, we'll check in with you later. Have a nice run. Speaking of shoes, though.
Yeah, we should finally talk about this.
Let's do this.
We've had it for a while now. It's just been on embargo, so we couldn't chat about it.
Mm-hmm.
I have my feelings about this one. I think we are all sort of in agreement.
Yeah, we're all like WTF.
What we're talking about is a Saucony. It's not even an endorphin. Kinvara Pro.
Yep. And so Meg and I did a video review for this.
You should watch it.
Yeah. Except, Meg, I got to tell you, I might actually, the more I think about it, the more I don't know if I don't. This shoe's so confusing. I think I might really like this shoe.
Oh, no.
Like, I think
we already filmed the review.
I know, but I think
we should do a deep thoughts by Robbe.
It's almost like when I came away with it, I'm like, I think it's just confusing for me. I don't understand what you're supposed to use it for. But I think it could be a shoe like Super Blast or even the SC Trainer that was like, I didn't like it, but then maybe I really liked it if I wore it more.
I say no.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Because after I wore this one, I went on to the Mach X.
Uh-huh.
I was like, ooh, this is a good shoe.
Okay.
Wait, but here's the only reason I might agree with you a little bit is because we've had it for so long and we took our time putting our thoughts together and stuff. I kept being like, well, I still have to review that one. I can put that back on. And I kept wearing it more than I would.
That's kind of the thing I'm saying. Yeah. Where I'm like, I kind of feel like I feel myself drawn to it in a way. Like I would.
But that's the thing. Every once in a while where I ran it, I liked it. And then I'd run in it and I wouldn't like it.
Yeah.
And it's heavy.
I just think they put too much of this power run on the bottom.
Yeah.
It's too much EVA foam and it's too firm.
I think you're right. But then I thought maybe this is the connection to the Kinvara, is that it's basically the Kinvara. You just throw on the PB, the plate, and obviously the wider base. But I think
that's insane. It's like saying you take the Kinvara and slap it underneath the Pro.
It is insane. But I think I think the feel of it, like fans of the Kinvara, because they like that firmer feel.
Yeah.
I think they'll like the feel of the foam. Not saying that it's a Kinvara in any way. I think just people who like the Kinvara.
I get that.
Here's why I say no.
Okay.
One of the things you like about the Kinvara is it's light, and it's nimble, and it's fast.
Yeah.
Feels good on the feet. It's
Right.
a non-plated shoe that you feel like you can pick up the pace in. Falls in the same line as I'd say like the Nike Streak Fly. That it's just a fun, light, fast shoe. A Rebel.
Yeah.
It doesn't have as nice a foam as the New Balance Rebel, but it's got that light, fast, slippery feel. This does not feel like that.
So that's what I think. I think it's like the Kinvara Trainer. I don't think it should be called Pro because it makes it sound like it's fast and light. I think it's like a daily trainer, like a longer daily trainer than the Kinvara. I don't know. For people who like the Kinvara. Does that make sense?
I can see where you're saying it's like the Kinvara can get a little thin under the foot.
Yeah.
This could go further, but no. Because I would go with something that's a little more flexible. Like if I was designing what I would consider a Kinvara Pro, I would have just used the PB foam something that's a little more flexible. Maybe it's just a PB
for,
foam with a thin layer of Pro 3.
For people that don't know anything about this shoe, we should probably just describe what it is and what it has.
All right, do it, Megan.
Okay, so yeah, Saucony put all of their foams in this. So they have the Power Run PB beneath the foot, a Power Run Plus sock liner, a 3/4 carbon fiber plate, and then beneath that is the Power Run, which is just an EVA foam. They're suggesting it falls into this category like a lot of the shoes that we're calling super trainers, where it's intended for daily training, but also has some of those performance features where you could pick up the pace.
I think it has premium ingredients. I don't think it is a pick up the pace shoe at all.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I agree. And so I think that's what's confusing, because you think it's going to be, when you see all that on paper, you're like, oh, this is going to be like a more explosive Kinvara, you know?
Yeah.
But then it's really just the exact opposite. It's just like a slow,
that's
like
the thing.
Slower
So you
train.
brought up the Super Blast, and I think why our opinion on that changed. We saw a big stack of Fight Foam Blast Turbo,
Right.
and we were like, this is going to be soft, gushy. It's 47, was it 47 millimeters?
I think it's close to 50.
50 millimeter heel almost. And we were like, this is going to be a nice, soft, bouncy shoe.
Yeah.
And it is and it isn't. And the thing is that the more you ran in it, the more you're like, I get this shoe, and it was light.
Yeah.
This shoe, for me, the more I ran in it, like I was like, my first round, I was like, oh, this is fun. I really like it. The speed roll feels good. It rolls underneath the foot good. And then I would go out for another run, and I'd be like, it feels a little firm.
Yeah.
And then
definitely.
I was like, there's not really any flex to it. I don't know. And then I would go out and have a good run in it. I was like, oh, I kind of do like it. And then the next run I'd go out and I'd be like, it feels heavy.
Yeah.
And
I agree with all that.
yeah, that's where I got confused. It's like, sometimes I was like, oh, this is a cool shoe. But the biggest problem with it is, why wouldn't you just go get the speed?
Well, and that's what we talked about in our review. Is it's kind of like, where does this fit in?
I said in my written review, I think that they have a problem that's like a good problem, is that they made too good of a shoe with the speed.
Yeah.
That can really do. I don't see why you actually need this shoe.
Well, and the Speed 3 now has all Power Run PB.
Right.
Which is the soft bouncy
and that's
foam.
that's why I was like, if you like the feel of the actual Kinvara and you want, for whatever reason, a firmer feel, because the Speed 3 is a little softer. Like that's
for sure.
Not a firm feel, I would say. Then maybe that's what you want. But I think $180 for that shoe is kind of crazy.
How much is the Speed again?
$170.
Yeah, so this is more expensive than the Speed.
Yeah.
With EVA foam. Now the Speed has a nylon plate. This has a P-back or a carbon plate.
But the Speed you can use for pretty much everything.
Yeah. Like this one, I wouldn't.
It's just a daily. It's just like
it's a nice rolling daily trainer.
Yeah, that's exactly.
It's not a bad shoe.
Yeah.
It's certainly not a bad shoe.
We're on the same page.
It doesn't. Yeah, but it's if I was recommending shoes to someone, this one doesn't fall into any of those. Anything I'd recommend to anybody.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But I'm like,
because I'm like, there's
probably
better,
somebody who likes it.
Yeah, but there's better super trainers.
Yeah,
like SE Trainer V2, Mach X. You know, I'll say the Super Blast, but the Super Blast doesn't have a plate. But I think the foam's firm enough that it kind of feels like it has a plate.
Yeah.
The like there's a whole slew if you want that I would go with this.
I think I have a tick on me.
Oh jeez. You gotta kill that.
Oh, I do.
Where
you
were in the
Son of a.
Is it living on you?
It's like in
Yeah,
him.
it's in my skin.
Oh god.
Dude, you gotta get that out. That causes Lyme's disease.
I know, it's been there for probably 4 days.
Oh jeez. You got the skivvies. Can we finish?
Yes.
Robbie's gonna
Dude,
die.
you gotta burn that thing.
I need tweezers.
Dude, you
Yeah.
gotta go see a doctor.
Well, not unless
Does it
I
have
get
that ring?
Unless I get the bullseye, which I've had before, but
Okay. So yeah, I've
got
I wouldn't.
antibiotics that time.
And then if you want a regular daily trainer,
Yeah.
you're not going with this for 180. Why you could get a daily trainer for much less. That would be fine. Robbie's dying of a tick disease.
Yeah, I don't know. I think because I went running in a very tick friendly place. It was actually on Sunday morning, so it's been 4 days. Oh gosh. Dude, hopefully I don't have any other places on my body.
Dude,
probably covered.
you need to soak in something.
No, you can't soak in something.
I just need Thomas to check me for ticks.
No.
You turn that down?
I'm going to turn that down.
Freebie.
Only if I can, like with a cattle prod, zap them where they are.
All right.
Is that one over here?
What's it? Where?
Yes.
That's a freckle, I think. One time I tried to pull a tick off my kid's foot and it turned out to be a freckle. He was not happy.
Screaming.
Just tweezers.
Oh, boy.
Dude, that's awful.
I had one on it like the week before. And I was like, oh, there's another one.
So let's give your final take on the Saucony
Kinvara Pro.
Kinvara Pro. Robbie, where do you land on this sucker?
I'm, again, still very confused. I think it's fine. I think it's like good. But yeah, I think I would pick other options if I had to.
Yeah, I'm still confused as to why they made this.
Yeah.
It goes to the duck and the beaver and the keytar.
Did Brandon put that in the
He
thing
did.
last week?
Yeah, he
Okay,
did.
gotcha.
He
All right,
did.
good.
That's where I feel this is a platypus shoe.
But when you saw that, you know what I was talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. That's good stuff.
All right.
All right, we probably should wrap things up. Where are we on this
We
thing?
probably went long. This feels long.
All right, I got to figure out how to get this tick out of here.
Okay.
All right, we got to say hi to Allie and hope that she's doing well.
Yeah, Allie, we're all thinking about you.
Yeah. Hopefully you're in a hotel room right now with Laura Green watching the drop on video.
Yeah.
I don't know. That'd be cool. I don't know what you do with your free time.
Yeah. And the other Jarrett's Allie, she's probably going to have a baby soon? Or is that in August?
August.
Oh.
We still got
We're
like a
gonna
month.
wait till Falmouth for that sucker.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I want it to fall out at Falmouth.
No, she's going to have her before then.
Are they coming up?
No, but I'm thinking it would help him with the FOMO.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
he's gonna be all sad that he's not there.
Yeah, you're true.
But yeah.
True. You're right. All right.
And
All right. Hi, Mom.
I wanted to thank Brandon for editing this up and taking care of it. And I'd like to thank all of you that listen to the show. And I wanted to let you guys know I reached out to Chris Chavez to have him on as one of our guests. So I think
Serious Mag?
Yeah, I think it would be a fun crossover
About time.
people have been waiting for.
About time.
I'm giving the people what they want.
Everyone's been demanding it.
Yeah.
All
right. So that's exciting. Anything else that we want to say thank you for?
We've went long enough, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Robbie, get yourself to the hospital.
I know. I need to give some
Okay,
antibiotics.
this might be in my check-ins this week.
I need to get antibodied up.
All right.
All right.
Try to
Bye,
abbreviate that.
everyone.
Bye.